they'll be all alone at the top of their respective divisions by the time we go to sleep tonight. Good morning, everybody. We are Sunday NFL Countdown. Rex Ryan is in Baltimore, gentlemen, celebrating a reunion.
I got it. Hey, Rex Ryan, how did you come strutting in the stadium, dude, like you owned the place?
You got off the bus.
Hey, Bosh, you know the way it is, man. You get into it, you get in that environment. You know, I'm walking into a stadium ready to whip some,
right.
You know what? That's the way it feels. It's like, man, let's go. Now, I will say this. Pittsburgh's lucky I'm not coaching that defense in Baltimore today, but it's going to be a great one.
We got Rex with us all morning long, and of course we have Shefty all morning long with the top stories around the league. Good morning, Shefty.
All right, Greeny, there are a few things that bring us more joy than channeling our inner Sam Champion and Ginger Z and going to the weather map the way that they would on Good Morning America. Let's take a look at the country right now and what's going on in Buffalo, where it's currently snowing and there's an 80% chance of precipitation during the course of the game. In the Midwest, it's brutally cold. Feels like 7 degrees in Green Bay. Feels like 29 tonight between the Texans and Chiefs, but the weather story of the day might just be in Jacksonville, where there's 100% chance of rain throughout the Jaguars-Colts game that will help decide the winner in the AFC. It's going to be wet, it's going to be wild, and it's going to be splashy out there in Jacksonville today. All right, let's go to some of the other headlines today, and we'll stick in Kansas City tonight, where they have more problems than just the cold. They have some offensive line issues. Josh Simmons, their left tackle, is on IR. Neither of their other offensive linemen, Juwan Taylor and Trey Smith, are expected to play, and that means the Chiefs are going to have to rely on Wanye Morris and Jalen Moore, a rotation at the tackle position against the tough Houston Texans defense. That is not going to be an easy assignment. And there continues to be all this chatter about Mike Tomlin, with the fans chanting to fire Tomlin. The Pittsburgh Steelers are not firing Mike Tomlin. But there is a key date that looms in Tomlin's contract, which currently has 2 years left. There is an option year, and the Steelers have to decide by March 1st of 2026 whether to pick up that option. And that option could tell an awful lot about Tomlin's future in Pittsburgh, about how long it might be there, whether he wants to stay, whether they want him to stay. Lots of questions swirling, but the big one will be answered before March 1st, 2026, Rainey.
All right, Shefty, and it looks like a big step toward answering it today as well. The Steelers, for all of this conversation, could be in first place if they manage to win today in Baltimore, and that's where we begin our opening kicks. Rex, you are there, so you take it away. Ravens and Steelers today, what are you looking for?
Man, whoever wins the physical battle wins this game. It's always been that way in Steelers-Ravens. It was back in the day when Bart Scott knocked out Ben Roethlisberger. It was there when Ryan Clark knocked out Willis McGahee. I'm just telling you, this thing right here, viewer discretion advised. If you love old school, hard, smash mouth football, this is the game you got to see. It's always been that way. I'm telling you, get ready. Both teams, I was around the Baltimore Ravens yesterday, and they're ready for it. And this guy, that quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, you better be ready for it today.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. Hey, Coach Ben Johnson, you better back those words up. One thing you said about early in the season, but one thing about it, Love, being able to get his wide receivers started last week. Dobbs, Wicks, Watson, everybody got in the box today, last week. But it's all about this Chicago Bears defense, being able to get their hands on the ball. First in the National Football League in turnover, led by Kevin Byard. You got Nashawn right back there. It is going down at Lambeau Field. Is Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson ready to put up some points? I hope so. Can't wait to see this one.
All right, well, how about this one? Texans at the Chiefs. Both teams playing for their playoff lives. And speaking of playoffs, these two teams matched up in last year's divisional round, where this Kansas City defense flat out got after C.J. Stroud. Sacked him 8 times, was a huge factor in this game, and they're going to have to show up today if the Chiefs are going to have a chance. And speaking of, there might be a lot of sacks because Patrick Mahomes is missing 3 O-linemen as well. Can't wait to see it in Arrowhead. This is going to be a great one.
Well, how about this, fellas? Bengals, Bills. Burrow's back, and he reminded us how special he is at the quarterback position, and especially throwing to number 1, Jamar Chase.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter where it is. It could be in the snow. It could be in the rain. He is going to look for number 1, and this combo has to be stopped by those Buffalo Bills defensive backs, because he may get 10 to 15 targets, and I don't care if there's a foot of snow left. Josh Allen, he'll be ready to go, but I'm telling you, this one right here, The Bengals are back, and they're playing great offense, so I can't wait to see this.
Steelers and Ravens in the early window in Baltimore. What's at stake? Everything. Both teams are 6-6. This is what's on the line in the AFC North. If the Steelers win on the road, they would have a 63% chance to win the division. If they lose, it falls to 17%. If the Ravens win, they have a 75% chance to win the division, only 31% if they lose. So the pressure is on, and Aaron Rodgers is ready for his most important game since Green Bay.
When there's film sessions, everybody shows up. And when I check to a route, you do the right route. Players need to take accountability, myself included, and I will continue to.
Oftentimes I get asked, I think, Brooke, you always ask, what gives you confidence? It's what we do as individuals or a collective in this business. Certainly our last performance wasn't up to snuff, but I don't know that it lessens our ability to deliver individually and collectively moving forward.
It was a tough week in Pittsburgh, and now they're in Baltimore, and that's where our Sal Palantonio is for us all morning long. And so, Sal, both of these offenses, frankly, are struggling. What should we be expecting from them today?
Well, let's start with Lamar Jackson, Greeny. It's very important to watch Lamar Jackson's movement inside the pocket, evacuating the pocket, scrambling. He's still dealing with a nagging ankle injury. Kept him out of practice on Thursday, practice in full on Friday. He's good to go, I'm told, today to start for the Baltimore Ravens, but to watch his mobility, I think, is very important. Now let's go and look at the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. He will be wearing that stabilizer still on his left wrist where he has broken bones. I was told that he came in this week and he calmed everybody down and just basically told them, listen, we've got one game at a time. We get this one game, we're back in the division lead. It took him a couple of days, I was told, the whole team to sort of revitalize themselves from that loss to the Buffalo Bills, in which Aaron Rodgers suffered a broken nose. But I'm told that they had a good practice on Thursday, unlike last week. But to watch, obviously, Aaron Rodgers' ability to move within the pocket is very important because, you know, this football team of the Baltimore Ravens, especially when it gets cold here at home with things at stake, they are going to blitz the quarterback. And they're going to blitz with Kyle Hamilton right up the A-gap. Those old Rex Ryan blitzes back in the year 2000, they're still doing them here. And by the way, Greeny, I wander into the press box, the photographer's press box down here, and who do I see? But Rex Ryan guarding the donuts. I'm like, I better have one of these donuts before they're all gone.
Defense was always his specialty, and he is defending the donuts this morning. Sal, thank you very much. If we didn't mention it, Rex is there for the 25th reunion of the Super Bowl championship team, and he'll be honored along with so many other members at the game today, which is wonderful. But now let's get to the game itself today, Rex, because the Steelers offense, watching them last week, it felt like the end of something. It was difficult to watch. What are you seeing in that offense right now?
Absolutely nothing, Greeny. This offense stinks. And when I look at them, there's no creativity. I think it gets worse when Aaron Rodgers is at quarterback. And part of the reason, obviously, Alex can talk about this, that injury, how it kind of limits you in the run game, I think, more than anything. But he's not pushing the ball down the field either. And to me, this is ridiculous. It looks like DK Metcalf, what we always knew about him was he was a vertical receiver. Right now, his average target depth is about half of what it was when he was in Seattle. They got no clue. And Aaron Rodgers, I got to say this, it was good to hear Sal talk about how Aaron Rodgers kind of calmed the seas a little bit and showed some leadership those last couple of days, because I thought he was horrendous after the game. And you know me, I'm a big guy. When you lose, it's all about me and I. And when you win, it's about us and we. And I saw the exact opposite of Aaron Rodgers, pointing fingers and all that. I think it was a horrendous look. So it's good that he's able to come back a little bit. I don't know. I don't think he's the fit here. In Pittsburgh, I think their offense is atrocious, and we're going to see today against this Raven defense, because I can tell you this, I was at the Ravens facility yesterday. They're going to come out, guns a-blazing. You're right, Greeny. Get ready for some blitzes, and Sal talked about some of those, interior pressures, and flush him out of there, and let's see how bad Aaron Rodgers wants to play this game. That's what you can count on from this Baltimore Raven defense today.
Yeah, Rex, the 25th anniversary of that defense that we all remember in the year 2000. If I was a Baltimore Raven defender right now, I'd be coming out my skin just to hit something and anything that moved, especially in a Pittsburgh Steeler uniform. Rex is right. I mean, leadership is so big this week on both sides, because I, too, felt the same thing Rex said. I mean, Aaron, to call people out in Week 14, everything should be set right now. I mean, we're in December now. Everything should be set in terms of your routine, when your meetings are. If he's calling guys out, something's going wrong in Pittsburgh. So to hear Sal Paolantonio say he smoothed it out and everybody relaxed, that's great, because whoever does the best job of leadership this week with that locker rooms, or either it's Lamar and the Ravens or it's Aaron and the Steelers, and just gets everyone to believe, forget about everything up to this point. We're 6-6, big deal. We win today. We're on top of the division. That's all that really matters. But I got to say this about Aaron. If he has that brace on again, Alex, and he can't go under center, I mean, Arthur Smith offense, this is what it's about. Creativity in the run game, under center, play action pass. That handcuffs your offensive coordinator. So how's it going to go today for them?
Yeah, listen, if you are a Baltimore Ravens defender, you should be excited, because it honestly might be the worst offense in the NFL. This is like homecoming when you schedule the cupcake, right, to play to look good. This is Steelers offense is brutal to watch, Greeny, and like Aaron is a part of this, right? Like everything is difficult, everything is hard. The scheme is basic. Right here's 3rd and 4 early in the game. Again, Aaron can only play in the shotgun because of the wrist. And look, Roman Wilson absolutely destroys the corner. And again, we throw this ball out of bounds. Here's another look at it. Randy, right? He stacks the receiver. Aaron's not on the same page, sails it. Look at both of their body language. Everybody's frustrated. It's December, and we're talking about fades here. This is a struggle. Again, here's the first play at halftime. Look at the guard and tackle. Both get edged. DK Metcalf appears to be blocking the safety from the corner cat. Aaron has to move and slide, look downfield. This was the entire game. Nobody's open. I wouldn't want to play in this offense. And then for some reason, Aaron sets up. This is called dead man zone in QB talk. He gets his face broken right here. Obviously, a game-changing play. Again, another 3rd down in the game. You're going to see Aaron check here. Alert, alert, alert. They have a man zone check, right? Everybody echoing it again. Aaron thinks it's man. Here comes Freiermuth across the formation. Notice nobody runs with him. We got problems. It's not man. Watch the Bills zone off the front side, which is okay here if you're Aaron. Just keep clicking through your progression. You're going to see Jonnu Smith is uncovered running through the backside here. Instead, we try to jam it into DK Metcalf. We throw a dirt ball, and again, we're punting.
Isn't that the guy he called out this week, Jonnu Smith, running wide open?
Yes.
You know, to me, Alex, first overall pick, you come in with the juice, right?
Yeah.
In your career, have you ever called out any of your teammates?
I hope not. I hope not. But
well, the reason why I asked that is because I look for a better Pittsburgh Steelers team today, led by Aaron Rodgers. Say what you want. You talk about Arthur Smith. You talk about them having no motion. Aaron Rodgers is the time to put up or shut up. Right now, they're still playing for the division, right? Last time I checked.
Yes.
So this is a big game for Aaron Rodgers to come out. Arthur Smith to be able to put his quarterback, to put his offense in a better position to succeed. What am I looking for today? First down, positive plays. I don't care if it's a run or pass. Get it out quick. And then lastly, be able to put your quarterback in a better position. All of that, getting him out the pocket, leaving him on the spot, as long as he's getting the ball out. I just want to see if Gainwell can still have the season that he's having over the last 2 weeks. Get him the ball, see what he looks like.
This is the problem, though, Randy. Arthur Smith's literally kind of handcuffed, right? Like, this guy can't get under center. We played the entire football game from pistol or shotgun where we could only hand off to the left, and then we had to shovel and pitch balls to the right? We're very limited in what we can do in this scenario. Like, I don't know. There has to be drastic changes for this to get better. They have one completion over 15 yards, Randy, in the last 4 games. You could go out and get better than that in one game. I know that.
I still got a little something in me, Alex.
Rex, put a final thought on it for us.
I got to say this. Here's the funniest thing about this whole thing. We're talking about that Steeler offense and how pathetic it is. We haven't even talked about how pathetic their run defense was last week, and now you got to stop Derrick Henry. They ran inside zone, looked like they had never seen it before, like it was a new invention, and all of a sudden, you know, Buffalo runs for 280 yards against them, running the same damn play over and over. What's going to happen when Derrick Henry put the ball in his belly? That's going to be probably as big a problem as that offense. So I can't wait to see it. Obviously, I'm a pro Baltimore Raven. You know it, but I expect big things today out of this Raven group.
We'll look at their side of things a little bit later in the show today. Again, that's one of 3 first-place matchups where the winner goes to first place. Here's another one in Jacksonville.